Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Bethany, and today's recipe, I'm gonna be showing you how to make a delicious Italian sub or hero or hoagie, whatever you call it. I grew up with cold cuts, so it's a big childhood memory of mine. It was like every Sunday we had cold cut sandwiches and pickles, potato chips. And so I absolutely love a sub, especially for the summertime. I love being on the beach with one, a bag of chips, a cold drink. It's perfect. So I'm gonna show you how to make a really good sub. So let's get right into it. Before we get into making the sub, which is very easy to do, I thought I would just go over the ingredients and some tips that I think are helpful to know about. First, the most important thing is the cold cuts. So here we have a trio of meats. So generally the Genoa salami, and then I have some hot capicola and some hot ham. These are just hot because that was the option that I had at our deli. So yeah, you can just do regular capicola, regular ham. So some swaps here is you can do, instead of ham, mortadella. I personally don't love mortadella. It's kind of just like a fancy bologna. I like the ham. And then instead of capicola, if you can't find that, you could replace that with prosciutto. And then if you actually want it to be a little bit healthier, you could do the Genoa salami and then some thinly sliced turkey. So that's an option, but I did get the meat thinly sliced, except the salami, that wasn't an option. So that's really nice to do for a sub, is a little bit thinner slices. And then our cheese, we're just doing provolone cheese. And then for our bread, this was something that we had to go to a lot of stops to find a good hoagie hero bread. And this one we just got at Wegmans, so we actually went to the sandwich section and just asked them for a sub loaf, because it's been really hard for us to find a really good hero hoagie bread. But this is generally how you would want it. So some tips with a good bread choice. You want something that has a thin crust on the outside, so not super thin, not super thick, but a nice thin crust, and then the inside should be soft but chewy. We don't want the bread to be super soft because then it's gonna become really soggy. You know, we have made some sub rolls and I think the bread just absorbed too much of the vinegar and oil, got soggy really quickly, but this one is kind of a classic seeded hero roll. So you can just use whatever you have available to you, but those are kind of the general tips, is like a nice thin crust, soft interior, a little bit chewy, but not too soft. Then next we have our toppings. So important in an Italian sub, at least I think so. I think it makes the sub. The first topping that is my absolute favorite is the sweet peppers. I have to have like a ton of these. I love these. And I had to order these special from cento.com, as well as their hoagie spread, because I couldn't find anywhere around me that had it. So the hoagie spread, sweet peppers are like a must. This is slightly spicy, not too spicy. And then we also have banana peppers. I love these. These are just super tangy and just a nice little vinegar taste. And then you can also do cherry peppers if you like a spicy sandwich. But this is like ground up cherry peppers. However, I'm gonna whack Cento for some of the ingredients that they've chosen to put in these two things. I actually didn't know that they had like coloring and corn syrup in them. So not a huge fan of that, but you know, is what it is. And then we got some mayo, oil, vinegar, some oregano. So now let's make the sandwich. First thing is we're gonna open this baby up. I don't really like to slice and separate the rolls. I think it's nice to have them connected. It just makes eating the sandwich a little easier. But the first thing that we're gonna do is take out some of our bread. So we don't wanna take out like a ton. I'm sure some people are like, oh, how could she do this? But this is gonna make eating this sandwich a lot easier. The bread is what makes it like really hard to fit into your mouth. So we're gonna remove some of this interior stuff. You don't wanna remove too much to where you like break through the bread. Just removing some of this filling. We'll make a nice little cavern for the meat and everything to fit in. I wanna be careful on the bottom layer because like I said, I don't wanna break through the bread. So it should look like that. It's not too much taken out. We still have structure on both sides, enough to fit everything. So this is about the amount I took out. All right, so our first layer is gonna be some mayo. Not all Italian subs have mayo on it. I think it's an essential ingredient. Oh no. Just pretend you didn't see that. So we like a lot of mayo, so, but not like too much. Just enough where you can taste it. Sometimes it's on the sandwich and you don't even know it's there. If you're making this sandwich and you're traveling with it and you want it to prevent it from being soggy, you could put the mayo after the cheese. Sometimes I'll do that just to make sure it keeps well. If you have the right bread, it should hold up pretty well. Okay, then after the mayo, we're gonna put our cheese. So we got our slices of provolone. Then we'll do our salami. I just said the word cheese and our dog Hudson has woken up from his nap and he is now here. Like I said, cold cuts were just a huge part of my childhood. It was practically every Sunday after church, my mom would serve that for lunch, and it was just like an easy lunch for us. I mean, she had 4 kids and just was easy, no fuss, but I just remember that so much. It was just cold cut sandwiches and Bickles chips, which really are the worst potato chip. Sorry, Mom. It's like such a 90s classic potato chip. After the salami, layer in our thinly sliced capicola. Or capicolo, same thing. Then our ham or mortadella. Then after our meats, we're gonna put our hoagie spread on. And if you get this, it's not super spicy, so don't even worry about it. It's just a really nice flavor. I like a good bit of this, but I'm also a toppings person. I live for the toppings. All right, then after that, we'll do our banana peppers. Sweet peppers, my favorite. All right, then we're gonna do our tomato slices. I actually did sprinkle a little bit of salt on top of these so that they are not entirely flavorless. And I'm not doing red onion today, but if you want to do red onion, I have nothing against it. I just, for some reason, haven't been putting it on the sub. You could thinly slice the red onion and then mix that with a little bit of oil, vinegar, and oregano. Make it a little bit more flavored. And then that way you don't have to put the oil, vinegar, and oregano on. Now we have our thinly sliced iceberg lettuce. Yeah, this adds a nice crunch as well as all the peppers do too. Then next we have our oregano. I love oregano. This is what adds that like Italian flavor to the sub. Then we're gonna do a nice olive oil, one that you would at least use for like a dressing. And then some red wine vinegar or balsamic vinegar is good. Just a nice little drizzle there. And if you want, totally optional, you can do a little bit of cracked black pepper on top. Little pinch of salt for those vegetables on top. And that's it. That is your Italian sub. Now we got to successfully close this thing up and slice it. So come on. Putty is a-comin'. Okay, so we have sliced up the sandwich, the sub, the hero, and Drew's here to taste it.
Looks
so
insanely good.
Yeah, we have some barbecue chips. Always got to have a little bit of some chippies with it.
Always.
Just missing my Doc Pop. And
The perfect
not
trio.
sponsored by Poppy, but yeah.
You're obsessed with Doc Pop right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, iced cold Doc Pop. All right.
Should we take a bite?
Well, let's try this thing.
Wow, that's so good.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go back in for another one.
Second bite.
What do you think? Is
oh my
it
gosh.
better than a deli sub?
Way better.
Yeah,
Way,
it really
way
is.
better.
Yeah.
I love all of the acid that you're getting from the vinegar, the peppers, and then that like sweetness that's also coming from the peppers.
Yeah.
I think balances everything out really, really well.
It's actually interesting how I took a lot of the bread filling out and there's still a good bit in there. Like I could have taken a little bit more off the top,
Yeah.
but there's still plenty of bread in there. So I can only imagine if I had not taken that out, it would be nearly impossible to just like fit that in our mouths.
Yeah.
So
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
You know, when the sandwich is just way too large.
Yeah, and then it just like squeezes everything out. And you're like,
Don't
oh,
want that.
there goes my sandwich. The bread is really good. Honestly, we have been struggling with this recipe because I've been trying to find rolls for it.
Yep.
And we even went to a hero hoagie place outside of Philly, and their bread was not as good as Wegmans sub bread. So yeah, shout out to Wegmans, thank you. But it's delicious.
Definitely pays to try to find the right bread if you can.
Yeah,
even
I
if
mean,
it's harder.
we have made this on bread that is not right for it. It got soggy really quickly, so it pays to have a good bread. And honestly, this with some barbecue chips and ice cold seltzer, Doc Pop on the beach, I'm good to go. There's, it's nothing crazy, it's just an Italian sub, but I didn't always know how to make an Italian sub, so I thought I would share it with the world and whoever would like to make one. This is how we like to do it, and honestly, I think it's better than most subs I've had at delis, so.
This is the best way.
Yeah.
This is the best way.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this. We certainly do. We love a good sub. But that's it for today. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And as always, I'll catch you in the next recipe, and I'll see you in the comments.
This is seriously the best Italian sub I've ever had.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, no joke.